sporting service of the National 9 Network brings you the match of the day in League Replay.
Start of the third quarter. Dietrich with the tap away. There's only 4 points the difference here, with St Kilda holding that 4-point lead. It's up towards centre half forward and then socket off the ground out into the open spaces. Gill there, opposed to Lilly. Lilly threw it out in front, grabbed, but Gill's still there, and then Lilly back again to Gill, and Gill gets his boot to it finally, only to find Barry Pascoe, and Barry Pascoe has put it up towards full forward, and a beautiful juggling one-handed mark, and then he made it two by Pennell. Coming out of the goal square, gets plenty with it to the half-back line. McKay there, out into the open, didn't pick the player as it comes up towards the centre of the ground, and you saw the reason why that free was paid. And St Kilda go forward from Neil's kick up towards full forward. Again Lilly with a chance, all off the ground and through for 6 points. The sort of goal that could win a game. Lilly seizing the opportunity, had no way in the world he could have bent down and picked it up. Banged it through for 6 points, and St Kilda move away to a 10-point lead.
At quarter time, St Kilda were 4-4 to Carlton 2-5. At half time they were 6-6 to 5-8, and now they've increased that lead to 10 points. Umpire Lee starts it again. We see Stewart with the ball. Trott's got it. He's having a field day. His kick is smothered by his teammate. It comes out here towards Theodore. Gives it across to Neil. Neil gets down towards that half-forward line. We see Lofts push his opponent in the back, but the umpire didn't see it. Pascoe was there playing a pretty good game for them. His hand pass is smothered by Waite. Pascoe's got it again, and we see the ball picked up by McKay. A Carlton player down, and that is Pennell. The ball has been marked by Griffiths. The best kick getters in the game are Trott 14, Stewart, Day and Griffiths 11 each, and so has Pays, whilst Walls has had 14 and Nickel 10 for Carlton. And there's an easy mark taken by Wes Lofts. Plays on quickly, gets it out wide towards that half-forward flank. Neil is there, could have marked, but he changed his mind. Picked up by Dietrich. He gets his kick, but straight into the hands here of that's Hurst, who has come on in place of Thornley. On a good mark by Darryl Griffiths.
Getting a send-off from the crowd as he puts the ball up into the middle of the ground. Again into attack, but it'll be McKay, might be McKay. Instead it's Ray who goes through for St Kilda, throwing the ball out in front, playing as though it's a dry day, but it didn't come off as Waite then charges through for Carlton. And did they take it over the line? Yes.
The free kicks are 27 to Carlton, 20 to St Kilda, and the marks are 25 each.
2 Nichols, 31 Pascoe. Nichols trying to take the two-hander. The hand pass coming out to him. He thought that play had been held up and was standing there flat-footed. And now it has been. Pays, but grabbed by Chandler for Carlton, who must be on the ball at the moment, as it's in the centre of the ground. Neil drives it back towards centre half forward. And 1 or 2 kindly words being spoken to individuals, as once again, because of our dreadful situation here at Moorabbin, the monitor packs up.
And it's Ray with the free kick. Ray is a fair way out from goal. He's put it right up into this goal square. It's not a bad sort of a kick. It's covering plenty of distance. Pascoe tried to mark it, kicked off the ground. I think it was Trott who kicked it. His way of running back, and I think he kicked the point. And the goal kickers for St Kilda are Barry Pascoe 3, 2 to Elliott, 1 each to Moran and Lilly. Whilst for Carlton, it's Jones, Jesselenko 1, Nickel, Chandler and Jackson all 1 each. It's 7-7 to 5-8, and it's a 9-point lead now to St Kilda, 5 minutes into the third quarter.
Murray's kick away. Chandler up towards the centre wing position, socket off the ground. Now still on the centre wing, and it's Ray with it. Or is it?
Theodore.
Theodore with the ball on the half-forward line. His kick's a beauty up towards full forward. Right in front was Gill and forced through for one behind. Lofts to take the kick off. 7-8 to 5-8. Not very much in this game, and there hasn't been after a good start by St Kilda. The kick off the ground into the centre of cricket pitch area, socket further afield and grab on the chest. Is it Barry Pascoe? Pays, who has the ball and puts it up towards full forward now. Everyone up, taken away by McKay, puts it out towards the half-back line. Griffiths, shoved out of the way by Jackson. Picked up and driven forward. What's the decision? Umpire
Out on the full.
Umpire Sleeth signalling after the signal from the boundary umpire that one went out on the full, and consequently St Kilda's free.
Although the St Kilda crowd herded Jackson, I still thought it was a fair tackle, it was a fair bump, so the free kick will be taken by Neil because it was over the line on the full. And Robert Walls is a player on the mark. A short pass was chose to Travis Pays, and he's got it. He's playing a good game for St Kilda. He's certainly one of their best players, along with Stewart particularly, and Bob Murray, who's annihilating Jeselenko. There's his short pass up towards the half-forward line, but it's knocked away there from Barry Pascoe. Trying to pick it up is Hurst. He's not quite succeeding. Play on, says the umpire. Now we see Ray with it. Ray gives a hand pass to Dietrich. Dietrich has dropped the ball. He's having trouble. He gives a hand pass across here to Pays. Coming in to help him now is Lilly. Lilly is in all sorts of trouble. Bundled out of the road. Oh, he's sat on and everything. And umpire Sleeth will give him a free kick. John Lilly, back pocket player, now Rover.
Theodore.
Great.
Up towards full forward. Off hands, Elliott couldn't grab the ball in. It's taken away, but in the meantime, umpire Sleeth has said we'll take a free and it'll be wait till taken. Carlton coming away out of defence towards the centre of the ground. O'Day up high, but it was McKay up even higher. The kick from the Carlton centre half back. Up towards full forward. Grabbed by Armstrong. The pass looking for Jackson. Jackson in turn looking for Jeselenko. He's had a couple bounce out so far today, managed to snare that one back. And Jeselenko would be 45 yards out on not much of an angle. It's a wet, slippery ball, and it's going to drop short. Punched away in defence by Dietrich. Theodore going through, and Jeselenko. Right in front of goals, being socket off the ground and through for one behind to Carlton.
That was kicked by Keogh. Jeselenko was in a little bit of trouble with his knee. There he is there. You can see him limping from that tackle from the St Kilda player, but he's quite okay. And that point makes the difference 11 points. It's a 7-8 to 5-9 in favour of the Saints. About 8 minutes gone in this third quarter here at Moorabbin, and even though it's a shocking day, it's rained here since 11 o'clock this morning. There's a pretty good crowd.
The wind freshening perhaps a fraction, as you can see by the streamers on the goalpost, as Murray takes the kick away to the half-back line. Punched away, Dool puts it back into attack, Jeselenko again! A couple of the St Kilda players claiming, I think, that it might have been touched off the boot, but umpire Sleeth not interested, as Jeselenko, who's been kept well and truly blanketed all day so far, has an opportunity right in front of goals and has put it through for 6 points to Carlton, and that's his second. Carlton move along to 6-9. They trail now by 5 points. And apart from one period right at the beginning of the game when St Kilda jumped away to lead 3-3 to nothing, there's been very little in this game. 5 points the difference now, and it was 4 points the difference at half-time.
Umpire Sleeth starts it once more. Pascoe and Nichols. Nichols knocks it down, knocked down by Keogh to Jackson. Jackson gets it up here towards the forward line again. Jones has the opportunity. McIntosh has been paid the mark. McIntosh has been paid the mark in the fullback position for St Kilda. Played a very serviceable game. He will kick it up towards the centre of the ground, decides to go along the scoreboard side of the outer, where we see Moran going for it, and his teammate Jimmy O'Day gives it across to Moran. A left foot shot going down here towards Ray, but I think the ball will beat him across the line. It does. Carlton's best players so far are Robert Walls easily, Ian Nicol, Thornley till half-time, but he's not back on the field now, Hall and Jackson. Whilst St Kilda, Stewart, Murray and Trott, Lawrence, O'Day and Barry Pascoe have all been good players. There's a free kick going to go towards Nichols. He's received about 5 free kicks in the ruck. It's up towards the half-forward line, over the head of the pack, and Barry Lawrence playing a great game, gets his kick towards the centre of the ground. Stewart is pushed out of the road there. When we see Dool in the centre against Stewart, and that move's been long overdue. Free kick must be taken by Basenko. Well, Carlton have made the change. Dool is in the centre against Stewart. There's the kick by Basenko, not covering much distance. Nichols should mark it, but he didn't. Kicked off the ground by Pennell. There's a chance for Armstrong to pick it up with one hand. Succeeds, gets it up towards the half-forward line. It's all St Kilda here, and Bob Murray, beautifully in position, has come out, and he's playing like a gazelle. His speed of the gazelle, and look at this magnificent pass straight down the throat of Griffiths.
On the half-back line. Griffiths to take it away. St Kilda lead by 5 points. They've led all day so far as Griffiths puts it up towards the centre of the ground. Dittering says, I'll have it. Instead it goes to Stewart. Stewart's free is up towards the full forward pocket position. Elliott bustled out of the way. Lilly going through. And then Gill. But they couldn't grab it before it went over the line. Ditterick and Jones. Theodore in there. Picked up by Waite. Up towards the half-back line. Sanko stood back.
He allowed
teammate Stewart to take the ball away.
Stewart's playing a great game in the centre. This is his 17th kick for the game. It's up towards the half-forward line. There's a chance of Payes, but it's taken away from him by McKay. McKay plucked it out of the air, but he couldn't pick it up. But McIntosh has. McIntosh has the ball taken away from him now. Finally, it's picked up by Pennell up towards the centre of the ground. Neil missed the sitter. Nichols has got it. He's bundled out of the road. Coming through his Armstrong. He's caught. Play on. Throwing the ball, says the umpire. Free kick will be taken for St Kilda by Barry Lawrence. Short pass. And he's found his teammate, and it's Basenko. He's in the centre of the ground. Pretty good kick. Plenty of distance. Ditterich, high above the pack. There's a chance now for Ray, but he's bundled out on the road 2 and 3 times. It could be a free kick here to Barry Gill. I think Barry Gill was pushed in the back. Getting balder every game I've seen, or maybe the rain's pushing his head down. He passed it the same way as I do.
Gill in the back pocket. Carlton under pressure at the moment as Gill will relieve that pressure a bit. He comes to the half-back line. Bob Pascoe punched away. Basenko under pressure.
Carlton have got Chandler at full forward, and Jesselenko is having a run on the ball. Stewart gets his kick. It's knocked away towards the centre of the carpet, where we see Moran kick it off the ground. Oh, however they go, like 9 pins. Play on, says the umpire. Croswell gets his kick, and it's fallen into the arms of Armstrong, who is now on a half-forward flank.
Throws the hand pass out, and Jesselenko drives it forward for Carlton up towards half-forward line. Picked up and driven away in defence by Murray, playing a tremendous game for St Kilda. What a tribute to Murray that he's had Jesselenko moved off him as Hall tries to take the ball away for Carlton. It's Stacks on the mill. Pascoe going through, took it all and kept control of the ball and takes the free. Pascoe on the half-forward line for St Kilda. 5 points only the difference. Goals like hen's teeth today because of the conditions. Gill tapping it away. Ditterick going through. Threw it out in front in an attempt to get a free and got just that. Ditterick in the forward pocket, puts it right across the face of goals, and it's pulled in by Croswell in the back pocket. Poor kick by Ditterick.
And Mike, this is developing a pretty hectic game.
I'll say, umpire Sleeth got good control of it at the moment. The hand pass out to Pascoe going goalwards. Oh, what a game he's playing as he throws it back to Stewart, and Stewart goes goalwards for St Kilda. puts it through for nothing.
So it'll be a penalty kick. Stewart continuing to dominate the centre. He's already got rid of one opponent, and that was Armstrong. Now he's got Dool on him, but Bob Murray is the star of the game. He's annihilated Jesselenko. A short pass comes out here and has been marked by Jesselenko in the back pocket. He's having a run on the ball. There's his kick, Jesselenko up towards the centre of the ground looking for Dool. Dool couldn't mark the ball. Stewart was there to knock it away, and coming out with it is Robert Walls. His kick is smothered though. Back in the play is Dool, and I think he'll find that umpire Sleeth will ball it up. 15 minutes gone this third quarter, and it's 5 points to difference. The Saints are still in front. Free kick to big Bob Pascoe.
St Kilda not doing much at the moment, but Carlton can't get any closer to them. Jones chips in, takes the mark, throws it out into the open. Picked up by Ray. What a beautiful one-handed dry day pick-up. Then Dool goes in, and McIntosh, the two set themselves and just missed. It comes away towards the centre wing position. Punched away. Picked up and taken by Walls for Carlton up towards full forward. Chandler out in front. Has he paid it? Yes. Chandler to the right of centre half forward. Carlton trail by less than a goal as Chandler puts it up towards full forward. Nichols taps it on. Good thinking, but it might go St Kilda's way. It does. St Kilda defence standing firm. Jackson in there throws himself onto the ball. And according to umpire Sleeth, got a bit of a helping hand as well. And consequently, Jackson with a great opportunity from only 25 yards out, right on the boundary line, to put Carlton in the lead for the first time in the game. 17 minutes gone in the third quarter. Jackson's got one already. Cribs around a bit. Cribs around not quite enough and puts it through for one behind. 1-2 to Sid Jackson. 4 points the difference. 7-8 to 6 goals 10.
Goal kickers to St Kilda are Barry Pascoe 3, 2 to Elliott, 1 each to Lillian Moran, and for Carlton 2 to Jesselenko, 1 each to Jones, Nichol, Chandler and Jackson. Darryl Grip is playing the ball in front of him, taken away by Neal. Sleeth taking a long time to ball it up, still plays on. Oh yes, he had. He'd blown the whistle some time ago. Free kick going to Chandler about 10 seconds ago. He's not so far out, you know, but it's a short pass up here towards... Oh, he's looking for Keogh, and he's got him! Well, now I think Carlton will hit the front. He's 12 yards out from goal. Oh, it's a shocking kick over the line on the full, so it'll be a free kick. Well, Carlton have got themselves to blame, as St Kilda did in the first quarter. I don't blame Jackson so much, but Keogh should never have missed that. Oh, there's a shocking kick by the St Kilda player, and we see Jackson there. Griffiths gets it, kicks it high in the air. It's coming down here with Kevin Hall. Dittrich, play on, says the umpire. Barry Pascoe is there, coming out with his McIntosh. Oh, he's kicked it over the line, and a full Macca.
4 points only the difference. Jones taking the free for Carlton on their half-forward line. Goes for the short pass up towards Walls. It bounced out of Walls' chest as Pascoe comes through. The hand pass out in the open finds Theodore. Theodore steps aside a couple of people and then drives up towards the half-forward line. And in the way is Dool. Dool puts it back into attack to Jesselenko at centre half-forward. Carlton trailing by 4 points. They've trailed all day. Jesselenko drives towards full forward. Big Nichols and Chandler. Nichols pulled it down, but will he be paid it? There was plenty going on there. Yes, he's paid the mark. And Nichols, who doesn't miss him too frequently, is at point-blank range for Carlton. 20 yards out, 15 yards out, right slap bang in front, and Big Nick has put Carlton in the lead.
That was Nichols' first mark for the whole of the game. He's played a serviceable game because he's got some pretty hot opposition from McIntosh and Dittrich, and he's not receiving very much support in the ruck from Jones, and he's doing his most valuable work when he's up there in that forward line. I'll guarantee Nichols is telling him, if it comes up again, I'll tap it over to you. Don't you contest the mark. There's a knock by Jones, comes out in Rod Hurst. He's caught with it. Play on, says the umpire. And we see a free kick going to go to Theodore. This is getting very hectic, but Sleeth, the umpire, is equal to the job. He loves umpiring these. A short pass over to the wing. We see Lilly get it. The ball's knocked away by Hall. Hall's got too much pace. He's gone too far.
He's certainly been consistent with that one today. The third time that Sleeth has paid the penalty against players running too far. A kick by Lilly to the to the centre wing position. Hurst was there, taken away. It comes to Basanko. St Kilda go forward. Basanko into the forward pocket position. Elliott there pulls the ball down. Over the line, and it'll be thrown in now, only 25 yards around from the St Kilda behind post. Jones, and then taken away by Lofts into the middle of the ground. Crosswell a free. Carlton 7-10, St Kilda 7-8. Carlton leading for the first time for the day.
Yes, they lead by 2 points at the 21-minute mark. There's a kick by Croswell. It's a pass out here towards Walls. Play on, says the umpire, picked up by O'Day. Back she goes. We see Croswell coming in. He's bundled out on the road again. This allows Moran to pick the ball up for St Kilda. He drives down towards the forward line. It's dangerously close to line. It's over and on the full. And St Kilda have done this 7 or 8 times today. Carlton have only done it a couple. Wes Loftus is the recipient of the free kick as he kicks it high in the air towards the wing. Dooley is out there. Now it's Croswell. Oh, kick against Croswell. No, says the umpire, coming out with Ian Nicol. There's his characteristic left foot kick down towards Nichols. McIntosh is there. Oh, he was tackled by Walls. Play on, says the umpire. And it's a real hectic game here at Moorabbin. Coming through there is McIntosh once more. Coming in to help him is Lilly. Lilly's caught with it. Play on, says the umpire. And there's a big scrimmage of players. Coming out is Keogh. And he ran into Ditterich. And that's like a brick wall. He's kicked off the ground there. And it's a mark to Carlton. Robert Walls, and he's 40 yards out straight in front.
.22 minutes gone in the third quarter. Carlton just in the lead. Nichols in front, under pressure. Punched away. No one, as you can see, is likely to get it out of there.
Nichols was looking for a free kick, did you notice?
Umpire Sleeth did too. Picked up by Griffiths. He's found Trott. Did it go the full 10 yards? Yes, it went up and it went down, but it went far enough, according to Sleeth. 7-10 Carlton, 7-8 St Kilda. Trott way down in the back pocket. Puts it up towards the centre wing. The Stewart throws himself out and gets paid it.
Very good player.
On the half-back line. The short pass, it could go astray. It does go astray as Hurst goes in now, puts his rear end into the player coming through, and is paid the free.
They've taken Croswell off Trott and given him the job of roving or ruck roving, and Hurst is on the wing. This is the youngster who just come on in place of Thornley. His kick is up towards the forward line, and it's a mark to Robert Walls. That's not Walls, not with those. Jesser, he's back up in the forward line again. I saw Robert Walls move in. You'll see him walk past Jesselenko in a moment from the left of your screen. Here he comes now. He took a long time. There's Jesser, right in front, 15 yards out. He's hooked it, I think. Could have been dangerous for St Kilda if he had popped that goal through. That only makes 3 points the difference at the 24-minute mark in the third quarter. Carlton leads 7-11 to 7-8.
Murray, the kick away for St Kilda. Done a tremendous job for them so far today. Puts it towards the half-back line, knocked off hands, grabbed and driven forward. Didn't pick the player as he put it through for Nicol for one behind to Carlton. Again, Murray with the job of putting it back into action. 7-12 Carlton. 7-8 St Kilda. Murray looking for Diderick. The big fella couldn't grab it, it's too slippery. And a bit of hefty work between Diderick and Jones, and then Hurst rode the bump and goes on with it. And Jones giving Sleeth plenty to go on with. And Sleeth not worrying. He hands the ball out to Diderick. Oh, Ray Sleeth's ears would be burning right now. So it's into the middle of the ground. Nickel pulled when not in possession of the ball in the centre of the ground, and this is getting to be pretty willing. Ray Sleeth loving every minute of it. He's got it well under control. In the middle of the ground at the moment. Armstrong being pushed out backwards. 7-12 to 7-8. Only 3 goals scored in the 25 minutes that have gone so far in this quarter. Barry Pascoe puts it up towards the centre wing position. Hall, socket off the ground by Lofts, miles out from goal. Socket again by Trott. And that's the sort of play on a day like this when you can't bend down and pick it up. Picked up by Mackay, however. Drives and finds plenty of distance, puts it up towards the centre wing position. Armstrong there. Diderick going in, throwing the weight around. Picked up and driven forward to Jesselenko again. Jesselenko back at full forward after that quick run on the ball. And sneaked in front of Murray on that occasion to pull the mark in. This ball is wet and heavy. He's about 45 yards out. Let's see what he can do. The ball is just a bit too heavy, I think, and punched away in defence. Picked up by Chandler. He's flattened. Theodore going through. Taken away in defence by Lawrence. Out towards the half-back line and over the line, but not on the full.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it was. It's a bit hard to pick over that other side of the ground.
Short pass with Ian Nicol, but he's not in position. The player who kicked it's got to go back to the boundary line. He was 15 yards in, and that was Croswell, and that's the reason why he's having to have another kick. We're 2 minutes into the time on period in this quarter, and it's exactly 4 points the difference. Another short pass this time. I don't think he's made the distance with it, and this gives McIntosh a chance to pick it up, but he's running back towards the opposite end of the ground. His kick finds his teammate in Moran. He couldn't hold it. Oh, Trott was there. By gee, you've got to be game here. Umpire Sleep, who revels in these conditions. He's a top-class umpire, and the crowd is being thrilled here by a terrific game of football. Not brilliant because of the conditions, but the closeness, and Sleeth knows how to umpire these games. There's a chance now as we see it was Darryl Griffiths getting the ball up to the centre of the ground. Has bounced past 5 or 6 players. There's a chance for young Elliott, but Lofts uses his experience. Looks like giving it across to Gill. Dropped it. Lofts is bundled out of the road by young Elliott. And it's going to be a ball up, I think. Sleeth is right on the job and will come in and ball it up. 3.5 minutes gone. There's still 4 points of difference in favour of Carlton.
Absolutely nothing in it as Jones throws the hand pass out. He'll find Hall. Hall can't control the ball, however. 7-12, 7-8. Carlton in the lead. Free going Hall's way as he puts it now to the centre of the ground. They all misjudged the flight of it. Neal. Kick it, said the St Kilda supporters, because Sleeth has been hot on them, running more than the 10 yards.
Pennell it is, and a good mark taken by Pennell. Up towards Hurst on the wing. There's a chance for Lawrence, but no, not Lawrence. McIntosh, he couldn't control it. Still 4 points of difference. It's very close to three-quarter time, and we see Big Jones in the ruck for Carlton, and Mackay is also there, and so is McIntosh. There's McIntosh making better position, and it's a free kick going to go to McIntosh. He was pushed out a little bit by the big arms of Jones. They want a goal desperately, St Kilda, because it's nearly 30 minutes.
There
long.
it is now.
That's the siren.
And St Kilda leading for most of the day, now trail by 4 points. They led by 4 points at half-time, and this one's all set to be an absolute... The Final quarter at Moorabbin. Ray Sleeth, the umpire, 4 points the difference. Carlton leading by that 4 points. Diderik and Nichols opposed. It comes towards centre half forward for St Kilda. Socket off the ground right up towards full forward. Waite going through. Did a little throw out in front. Got away with it. Theodore with a hand pass to Elliott. Elliott jumped upon. Waite in there again for Carlton. And Waite paid the free for the push in the back. Carlton go forward to the centre wing. Nichols goes through, brushes Diderik aside. Comes to Lilly, throws the hand pass out to Trott. Trott sees Pays on his own at centre half forward, but Sleeth has already whistled up play. St Kilda receiving the free.
That is Barry Colling on, their 19th, and it's a good kick by Colling, right up towards the full forward position, but Wesley Loftus equal to the occasion, and it's a good mark to him. 4 points the difference. Loftus going straight up the centre of the ground. Croswell high in the air. There's a chance for Armstrong, but Stewart's got it. Gives a hand pass to Dittrich. Dittrich gets a kick. It's up towards the half-forward line. There's a chance for St Kilda, but no. And look at Barry Gill backing his judgment. He's got it up towards that half-forward line in a flash for them. Jackson's too fast for Griffiths. Can he keep the play in front of him? He's still got the ball in front of him. He's kicked it off the ground, but coming in to help now is Colling. Colling's got it, but Jackson's again got the pace. Jackson's still playing the ball in front of him. Now it comes out towards Robert Walls. He's Carlton's best player. He gets it down towards centre half forward. And coming over the back is Lawrence. He'll have to be helping. Murray's there to help him. He's bundled out of the road, Lawrence. And here's the Jesselenko. Play on, says the umpire. Jesse gets the left foot down towards the forward line. McIntosh forgot to pick the ball up on his way through. And there's a chance for Carlton. Jackson's kicked it off the ground. Keogh will be first there. Sockers it for a point.
Keogh's got 4 of those for Carlton today. Goals, very hard to come by. Elliott's got a couple. Barry Pascoe 3. And Jesselenko 2 for Carlton. Other than that, single goals. Murray, who's had his tremendous record in the first half, blemished a little by Jesselenko in the third quarter, kicks off for Carlton. Puts it up to the half-back line. No one able to fox that one out of there. 7-13 Carlton, 7-8 St Kilda. Theodore. Hand pass out to Stewart. Taken away from him, put up towards the middle of the ground. And the mark going St Kilda's way.
Theodore it was, and he gets a pass across the centre of the ground. He's found Travis Pays. A short pass should find out here his teammate Barry Colling, but he'll have to hurry. It's up towards the half-forward line. It'll bounce here towards Stewart Trott. It's picked up by Gill. Good player for Carlton. Down towards Robert Walls, and Robert Walls is killing them. His 19th kick for the game, Walls. Up towards the half-forward line. Griffiths dropped the steady. He shouldn't drop those. Had it on his chest. Coming out with the ball is Mr. Magic himself, and that is Alex Jesselenko. Gets it up here towards the half-forward line. High above the pack was Murray, but he couldn't hold it. Oh, good play, Moran. He dodged 2 of them. He's got the ball under his control. Kicks it up to the half-forward line. It's over the head of the pack. It's a chance for Carlton to get out of trouble. Pennell's got it. Hand pass it out here towards Big Nick. Nick dropped it. Tried to kick it off the ground. It's up here towards Cowboy Neal. Free kick to Armstrong. No. Keogh is there. Pushed in the back. The umpire, I think, will ball it up. 4 minutes gone in the last quarter, and Carlton are 5 points in front.
Goal the difference. There's been very little more than that all day as Nichols thumps it forward. Seven, 7-8. The kick towards the middle of the ground. Stewart in there. Been one of St Kilda's really good players all day. Gill comes through, bursts its way through again and gets his boot to it, puts it out into the open. Griffiths kick to centre half forward. Up high was McKay. Kick forward by Basanko, up towards full forward. Remember, there's only 5 points between them at the moment. It's just in front of St Kilda's goal. Waite comes through, takes it with him, takes a bump and goes forward to centre half forward for Carlton. Pascoe, or rather O'Day, off the ground and into the middle of the the play, and it's Stewart in the centre cricket pitch, and Stewart's kick up to the half-forward line. Carlton defence standing firm again as it's socket forward by McKay. Two St Kilda players in there to throw themselves at it. Out into the open, grabbed by McKay. McKay's kick into the rightful forward pocket position. A chance for Carlton. Jesselenko's not there, but Jones is. Jesselenko caught a little under the ball, and both players unable to stop it before it went over the line. 5 points the difference with 5 minutes gone in the last quarter.
Throw in down the end of which Carlton are kicking. It's only 30 yards away from their goal. There you see Jones and Ditterich. Jones in front. Ditterich might have win it, but there's Robert Walls with the ball. Had it taken off him. Comes out here to number 14, and that's O'Day, but you'll find it's across the line. Another throw in, but about 10 yards further away from the goal on this occasion. There's the same two ruckmen. This time it was won by Jones. It's out towards Robert Walls. Throws under the hammer, and he's pushed in the back. You can see the umpires. I doubt if he's within kicking distance under these conditions. He's good 45 yards out. Up comes the old sock. Been a great player for Carlton, this fella today. Right up into the square. They all fly for it, and I think we'll find it punch through for a point, and that will make the score exactly a goal the difference in favour of Carlton.
6 points the difference. 6 minutes gone in the last quarter. Number 6 for St Kilda, Murray, to set it in motion. Goes almost down the middle of the ground. Big Nichols up high, punched away from him by Ditterich. And now Ditterich back onto it, socket away by Nichols, and the free going Ditterich's way. Umpire Sleeth very consistent all day with his interpretations. Up high was Pennell, couldn't pull the ball down. Out here on the left half forward flank position, Ray going through. But before that, Sleeth said a free St Kilda's way.
And it's Moran. He's on the centre wing position. Comes up towards the half-forward flank. There's a chance for Big Pop Hosco, but the ball bounced right away from him. When it hits the ground, it just goes, and it scoots along at a rate of knots and gets right away from the players. It's a throw-in, 30 yards away from the St Kilda goal. Nichols kicked it off the ground again, but fortunately for him, nobody was there. Stewart, a long hand pass. Nichols punches it back. It's back to Moran. He can't pick it up. It's too slippery. He runs into all sorts of trouble. There's 3 Carlton players. Nichols has got away with it, and Nichols got his kick. Oh! Barry Pascoe was the player.
Keep your eye open for the evener upper later. Nichols moved in. A few words to say. Keep your eye open. This one could get very rough and ready before it's finished.
There's the kick by Jackson, down towards that half-forward line for Carlton. Coming out with it now is Chandler. Chandler's kick is over towards the half-forward line, and it's a mark to Carlton. Has been taken there for them by Robert Walls, the man of the hour. Let's check on his statistics. He's taken half a dozen marks. This is his 21st kick. Big chance of putting it through, and if he does, I think even in this early stage, it's only the 8-minute mark, it could nearly seal it. It's a long kick. It's a goal.
That's his first for the day. Carlton's 8th goal. They go to 8-14. St Kilda 7 goals 8. 12 points the difference. And 2 goals on a day like today with 8.5, 9 minutes gone is a very handy lead for Carlton. Nichols. Stewart. Up to centre half forward. Waite and Ditterich opposed. Tapped on by Ditterich. Elliott. Hand pass out to Ray. Ray being left by Gill going through. A hefty hip and shoulder bump, and Gill made dead sure that Ray didn't get his hands on that one.
Isn't Gill playing well?
Isn't he, indeed? Out of that back pocket.
Nichols coming off the ground. The player to come on will be Hopkins. And back to the play, and John Nichols has just kicked it to the centre of the ground. Robert Walls has got it. Gave a hand pass out here towards Hurst. Dool coming to help him. Has given a throw out here. The umpire says play on. Kicked off the ground there by Neal. It's up here towards Theodore. And not Theodore, it's Ray.
And then Armstrong chipping in, but Ray taking it away from him, throwing it out in front. Oh, he's whacked by Nichols. Nichols set himself as Ray came through. It was fair and it was solid. Kick away, and it's marked by Croswell. And Ray is still lying on the ground. But Nichols merely stood there and Ray copped the lot. It's on the centre wing position. Chandler with the ball now. Goes to the half-forward line. Hopkins, the new player, on the ground. And they're meeting each other very, very solidly as the bodies clash. McIntosh there, getting it out into the open. Pascoe being brushed aside in the rush. Hand pass finds Pays. Lofts comes charging out for a goal. They're throwing themselves in willy-nilly when the ball gets into the packs at the moment, and someone will get hurt. Hall picks it up way out there on the centre wing, drives to the half-forward flank. Is it over the line on the full? No, but it's rolled over. 8-14 Carlton, 7-8 St Kilda, and this one's got everything you could wish to see in a game of Australian rules.
Oh boy, there's some hectic passages at play there, and as we see Nichols, who was one of the instigators of it, Pascoe was high in the air. Nichols just stood his ground as somebody ran into him and he dropped like a sack of spuds. Travis Pays has the ball. Picked it up, clears it to the wing. There's a chance for St Kilda, but we see St Kilda, Carlton coming in once more. Hurst gives it across here towards Peter Jones. Jones kicks it back to the centre of the ground, where we see a chance for number 23, and that is Theodore. Hopkins picked it up. You'll find it's across the line, another throw in. It's 2 goals the difference in favour of the Blues. They're 8-14 to 7-8.
11 minutes gone in the last quarter. At the throw-in, McIntosh up high there, but couldn't direct it properly. McIntosh and Nichols again. No one came out of it much. Hopkins in there, number 7 for Carlton, the only one with the clean shorts on the field. Two Nichols. 9 McIntosh, neither of them with the decisive tap away. Big Nick in there, pushes it out, hips and shoulders, but nothing much happening. A lovely half throw out of the pack there. Umpire Sleeth standing behind it as it comes away for Dool to pick up and drive towards the half-forward line for Carlton. A big long kick and it bounces and gains plenty for them. And I wonder whether he tried very hard.
Wally old Jezza. There's a throw in, it's on the half-forward flank for Carlton. Big Bob Pascoe went for it, skirting as Keogh. His kick could be close to the boundary line. It'll bounce though first. Might have been a free kick there. No, says the umpire. Picked up there by Griffiths and a mark to Bob Pascoe, who will... Boys will be boys. They're having a laugh with each other. A less experienced umpire could have fallen for the trap, you know. Nichols tried to get a free kick. Up she comes here to the centre wing, and it will be across the line. The goal kickers for St Kilda are Pascoe, that's Barry, 3. 2 to Elliott, 1 each to Moran and Lilly. That's a long time since they've kicked a goal. 2 to Jesselenko, and 6 other Carlton players have kicked the goal each.
Dool, and then Croswell, then Hopkins, and Carlton go forward again. Big Nichols, but you can see when he drops them how wet and slippery that ball is. He doesn't usually drop those. Keogh, and then Nichols into it again. The big fella pushing his way through, but coming through in defence, it's Trott for St Kilda, puts it up into the middle of the ground. They can't mark the overhead ones now. In the middle of the ground, and St Kilda going forward again, but the kick smothered. Taken away in defence, it was McKay who put the ball up towards centre half forward for Carlton, and once again Nichols drops one. Trott bursting away from the pack, out to the wing position. Hopkins on the centre wing for Carlton. They've got a 2-goal lead, and there's almost 15 minutes gone in the last quarter. As Armstrong chips in for Carlton, and the kicks are getting a little shorter, a little weaker. The players are getting a little slower because by now they're feeling those legs pretty weary after slogging around in these conditions. Armstrong again puts it out where Keogh has the chance in the forward pocket. Might almost have had a little nudge in the back, but picked up and driven forward for Carlton. Socket through, was it? Yes.
Jackson.
Socket through by Jackson, coming in from the half-forward flank, and that gives him his second. Haven't seen much of him in this last quarter, but from the half-forward line, Jackson's got a couple, and he's sparked a few times for Carlton. And two handy ones for them take them along now to a 3-goal lead, 9-14 to 7 goals 8. St Kilda really needing to pull something out of the box now. They led for most of the day. Carlton took over from them near the end of the third quarter. Trott getting yet another kick for St Kilda. Puts it forward, punched away by Loss. Taken further afield by Hurst for Carlton. Up to where Jackson had the opportunity, still has. But Murray comes charging through for St Kilda. He might soccer off the ground, no, doesn't. Chandler with the chance. Hopkins to Shepherd for him. If it's still in play, it is. Chandler taking his time, puts it to the half-forward line. And what's the decision? The free going St Kilda's way.
Must go to Bob Murray.
Murray to take it. Ian Cleland to call.
Bob Murray, probably St Kilda's second best player, if not their best, along with Stewart. Up she goes towards the forward line. Chance for McIntosh. He tried to get the ball out, but he put it straight into the hands of Wesley Lofts, who's kicked it down where Armstrong is marked in front of O'Day. Armstrong's been a fairly good player since shifted away from Stewart. Not a very good kick. Colling couldn't pick it up. Neither could Hurst. Jesselenko's tried to give it across here towards Robert Walden. Come out to Jackson, is on his own again. He's picked it up. Gets a right foot shot across here towards Nichols, but chipping in there was Jesselenko with a shot to goal. It could be another, and Carlton are racing away now.
Jesselenko's third. It took him until just before half-time with a gift of a goal to get his first. He's now got 3. Stewart and Dool in the middle of the ground having a few interesting words and actions to do with one another, and that one could develop also.
Since half-time, St Kilda only kicked 1 goal 2, and Carlton have kicked 5 goals 6.
Carlton starting to take this one out, leading by 4 goals, but St Kilda with the chance to come forward. Racing out in front, it was Pennell, couldn't grab the ball. Hopkins into the middle of the ground. Out to the half-forward line for St Kilda. Still with a chance. They trail by 4. They'll be a great football side if they can get back from here. Off the ground. It wasn't 10 yards, surely. No, and Sleeth said it wasn't as Pennell picked it up and kicked it forward. It's marked by O'Day on the centre wing. And O'Day to put the Saints back into attack. 17 minutes gone in the last quarter. They trailed by 4 points at the start of the last. They trail by 4 goals now.
Up towards Ditterich, and he's got it. A good mark. But they've been few and far between in conditions like this. He belts it up towards the full forward position. Pascoe was there. So has Ben White. He's caught with the ball. Got away with it. Play on, says the umpire. The St Kilda players turned round and looked for a free kick, and that's not league football. That wasn't league football. To stop playing and turn around and look for a free kick is ridiculous. And this is what St Kilda have done a bit in this last quarter. They're trailing by 4 goals, and yet they started the last quarter with a difference of 4 points. Kicked off the ground by McKay. Comes out here towards Colling. He'll give a long hand pass out towards Theodore, but he's too slow. He's got a free kick. He's lucky. Went to play on too. He's got no chance of making the distance. He's so tired. It's up into the goal square though. 2 Carlton fellas went for it and off their hands, and it's a point to St Kilda to take them 7-9. They trail now by a point less than 4 goals. That's the score. You can see the time now. 18 and a half minutes gone. Lost. Belts it out to the wing. Found Hall. Oh, good play. He's touched it on the carpet. Gets a left foot to it. Up towards the half-forward line, but chipping in for St Kilda is Darryl Drippers. Jackson's given him a bit of a run around today.
It's on the half-back line for St Kilda, into the middle of the ground. Dool and Dittrich. Still in the middle of the ground and socket forward across towards the centre wing position. Armstrong there for Carlton. Shoving the back, but kept on going with it. Up to the half half-forward line. Pennell comes through, juggles and then gathers and drives forward for Carlton. Punched on by Nichols. Intelligent football way out towards the boundary line, but it gained a lot of time, a lot of yardage for Carlton. They lead by 3-5. The two big fellows battling all day. On the centre wing, and no one able to get it out of there. But Sleeth has found the free.
They didn't have any difficulty finding that one. The St Kilda bloke just came in and pushed this bloke right in the middle of the back, and you just can't do that. Short pass going out here to his teammate Hopkins. Has he got it? Yes, he's been paid the mark.
Suddenly Hopkins' shorts aren't clean anymore. From the half-forward line, it's well up towards the goal square. Tap down, Jesselenko. That's it. The Saints would have to be supermen to get out of this one now. And what a change in this game in the last quarter. Tremendous last quarter by Carlton. Jesselenko's fourth.
That was Jesselenko's goal off his boot, but Nichols gave it to him. Never a contest at the mark, he knocked it straight down to him. There was some very intelligent football. Hayes goes in. Barry Pascoe, who started off in the first quarter like a dynamo, we haven't seen him since. There's a chance now, but Barry Gill, look at him go. He's like a man possessed today, playing a terrific game in the back pocket for St Kilda. Trotter's there with him. Could be a free kick to Trot. Barry Gill tried to suffer it off the ground. Short pass, finds Travis Pays. 22 minutes gone. They won 4 goals in a hurry and then another one. Travis Pays, oh, he kicked it into the man on the mark. Kicked off the ground by Wes Locke, and he'll find Elliott. Elliott's mark, played on, and has kicked it up towards the full forward position. Cowboy Neal is there, knocked away by McKay, but in the meantime, there's a behind the play. The St Kilda player, after he kicked it, Elliott was down, and right in the goal square. It'll be a St Kilda free kick, will it? No? Why not?
Jones with a tap away. Evans on for St Kilda. Trying to take it out of there. St Kilda desperately in need of goals. Can't see how they can get it at this stage. The Carlton defence standing firm. Out towards the boundary line it goes. Colling pulled around the neck. 11-14 Carlton. 7-9 St Kilda. And St Kilda have kicked 1-3 since half-time. 1-3 while Carlton have kicked 6-6. Jones and Evans, grabbed by Lofts. This one could put Carlton under pressure as it comes through in the forward pocket. But once again, standing firm, and it was Pennell who came through and kicked the ball just over the line, but kept it inside. Kept it inside. Pretty tired looking lot out there now. Jones and Ditterick. Lofts gets his boot to it. Moran. The hand pass from Crosswell to Pennell, was it? No, Dool coming through. And Dool kicks it upfield. It looks like a whole pack of Carlton Guernseys. The hand pass out to Hopkins. If he touches it onto the ground, it doesn't matter. He's had a shot at goal. He's put it over the line when maybe he had the chance to go through, touch it down a couple of times, and he'd have made a certainty of it.
Beautiful piece of handball from Robert Walls then. There's a throw in. There's Nichols down there. Good hand pass, but it's charged by McIntosh. His kick will find Kosenko. Knocked over by Colling, but the St Kilda player Travis Pays is too tired. He received a trip from a phantom. I didn't see anybody there at all to trip him up. He tripped himself. Anyway, Pays has got it. Kicks it up here towards Ditterich. Jones and Ditterich had a nice old clash in the third quarter, but it's quietened down quite considerably now. There's 2 or 3 other players had clashes, but they're so tired, these players, in these very muddy conditions that they just haven't got the strength to have a go at anybody. Ditterich. See that? They're even putting their arms around each other and loving each other. That's how friendly it is now. All the sting has gone out of this game when Carlton slammed on 3 goals in about 7 minutes at the beginning of this quarter. Nichols again. Jones got the ball. Comes out here towards Darryl Griffiths. Griffiths kicks it up here where Wes Lofts, well down the full back, has marked it on the half-back flank.
If there's any question about Carlton's ability to see out the 100 minutes of football, they've answered it today.
Have they ever?
Kick by Loss. Punched away over the top. Armstrong got the front position. Driven forward up towards full forward. And then Pays in there for St Kilda. Finds Evans. Basanko in there. Socket off the ground and in danger, and umpire Sleeve paying it. Having a cautionary word or two, and it's Armstrong who, as Ian Cleland pointed out, has come well back into the game after being moved off Stewart.
Yeah, he had 3 kicks in the first half and he's had 7 in the second half.
He's well within kicking distance. He's done the right thing, and if there had been the slightest shadow of doubt before that kick, there certainly isn't now. Carlton have got this one won, and they've got the 4 premiership points. St Kilda, something of a mystery side. Thrashing Richmond last week, going down very easily to Footscray the week before, and now crumbling in the second half against a concerted onslaught by Carlton.
Crumble is hardly a word for it because they've kicked 1 point in this quarter to 5-2. Here we see Barry Gill. By gee, he's played a good game. Down towards the half-forward line it goes. Page is there, couldn't hold it. Carlton are more surer with this ball. Jackson under the hammer, gets a hand pass out here towards Hopkins. Now she goes to the half-forward line, but an easy mark has been taken by Bob Murray, who, even though Jesselenko has kicked 4 goals, and we can't blame Murray for this, Murray outpointed him and outplayed him in the first 3 quarters.
Off hands, and it's Moran going forward for St Kilda. Puts it up towards full forward, and there's Griffiths playing there now. St Kilda with more moves than a chessboard, but they're not working. 27 minutes gone in the last quarter, and look at that tired kick from Griffiths. It's fallen into the arms of Trott, who's been a pretty active sort of a player all day too. It's his 22nd kick coming up for Trott. 25 yards out in front of goals, and he's made no mistake, but it's only of academic interest now because Carlton have got this one well and truly wrapped up. Trott's first goal. Jesselenko's got 4 for Carlton, Jackson 2 for St Kilda, Pascoe 3 and Elliott 2, and the rest have got singles.
Well, Carlton have crushed St Kilda in this last quarter by purposeful football and good wet weather football and the dominance of Nichols. There's the ball kicked up for them by Travis Pays towards Stewart, who has died out of the game since 3/4 time. He's probably their best player. Matter of fact, I haven't seen him. Here's the end of the game to stop the annihilation. St Kilda 8-9, 57 have been defeated by Carlton 12-14, 86.